Welcome to the podcast. I am Michael, Archangel Morningstar, and this is Orion, my little prince, little angel, little, what do you call him, angel of darkness, Orion the hunter, and I am his dog star. There he is, he's all happy, and he's always purring. So how's everybody been? Of course, I have Maisie's spirit over there. You can see 2 pictures. And then her ashes right there. There. So that's where we're at today. I got the cats. Well, Spirit of Maisie, and we have the kitten, Orion. So, been doing pretty good. Haven't done a podcast for a while. Been busy with work and everything else in life. So, yeah, doing pretty good. Can't complain. You know, I'm like everybody else, working hard, doing the best I can, and, you know, everybody's got to make some money so we can live in this world. So, Orion is my son. Isn't he a good boy? Yes, buddy. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in the other room for a little bit because he's just gonna keep running around everywhere. He's got a lot of energy. This is Orion. Love this guy. Yeah. Oops. All right, buddy. Now that my kid is out of the room, smoke some 420. 420, baby. Thank God for 420. So, there we are. Marijuana. My tradition. Yeah, and I got my tea. Say yes to marijuana. Say yes to pharmaceutical medications given to the doctor if prescribed. Well, when prescribed, I should say. Unless it's Oxycontin and they're trying to, give you a full of shit thing that the FDA blew over the fucking people. Then say no to that, because that's heroin. But anyways, say hello and good morning and good afternoon and good evening and welcome to the marijuana world. And always say no to crack. Say no to crack. You can't trust a guy who's on crack cocaine. Yeah, maybe I'm talking about Hunter Biden. Not that I really want to, because I got my own fucking life to live, but at the same idea is like, if everyone's really like gonna push that fucking whole shit on my face of that fucking establishment and fucking, it's like, fuck, dude, give me a break already, alright? The guy fucking weighed out his fucking crack cocaine, he videotaped it, he fucking had a cigarette in his fucking mouth, and he's partying. Whether if people put him up to it or not, I don't fucking know. I don't know the whole situation, but the guy is fucking way out there on crack cocaine, and unfortunately for him, whether if he's a good guy or not, here's the problem with that, is that when people are on crack cocaine, you just can't trust that. Right? So, I don't know. I guess there's a bunch of people out there that believe in crack cocaine. Not me, baby. I got the weed. The devil's weed is better than whack crack. I would rather see Hunter Biden on weed than crack. And I've seen his father, who I feel bad for in a lot of ways. I didn't realize that the more I've heard about his life, it's like, his guy's gone through a lot of tragedies, gone through a lot of craziness. It's like, holy crap, all kinds of things going on happening to him. But, you know, he can't be, President Biden can't be sniffing little girls' hair, can he? Fucking nasty motherfucker. That's disgusting. And then he fell off a bike and then they had a little girl there for him. Be like, he okay? It's like, you fucking break already. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. But again, I don't know what's going on with that. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't look good from here. But I don't want to get into politics, but I'm just saying that, like, doesn't look like they're running things very well. Ukraine with the poo-poo after they were making money in it. The EU, which was the European Union, I guess in their eyes is the UE. Useless eaters. And handing them over to Russia. Whether they did it on purpose or not, I don't know, but it's really fucked up when you paint the picture for what it is. And the people want to go help. It's like, does anyone even realize what the fuck's going on? Just gonna jump around when they're told to jump. Jump, jump, jump. Like the song, jump around, let's get down. TP, toilet paper. Terrified pigs. That's what happened when COVID came out. COVID came out, what, 2020? For me, it's a fucking phenomenal joke because I got this when I was 2000. I'm sorry, I got it in the year 2000 when I was 20 years old. And of course, it's the son of a corona. Other people got real confused there. They got their own education. They're like, "Oh, that's Godsmack." Like, no, I've never even heard Godsmack. I don't even know what the fuck their music is. Nothing to do with that. That's what you thought. Sorry. So, can't help what other people think. You know. But Corona is the gift that keeps on giving. In fact, I have a translation for you on it. I'll show it to you. It's like, get this 420. Of course, I'm about to produce some black magic and witchcraft for you right now in a Ouija board type of manner. If that makes any sense? And I hope it does, because it does to me and it is real. So, oh yeah, remember when I was showing you before in other podcasts, like the word Bible? Bible. So the B is the number 13, so you got two 13s in Bible, then it's left with the three words, letters that make a word. L-I-E, and then 13, because 1/3 of God's angels all came down from the heavens, sent to hell, and to rule the world of all that's evil, destroy the wicked, and make sure that the good is taken care of properly, not in no fucked up way like the fucking Biden administration, how they put MK Ultra shit on people and they won't fucking know about it and try and put them in the same kind of fucking way and be like, you know what, fuck you, man. It's a true story, man. MK Ultra from the Biden administration. You don't think that shit's real? That shit's fucking real, and they suck at it. Let's look at this. Cambridge University. Guide RAM 13. See, I like to connect the dots like a web. This could be like, these lines remind me of strings. So am I giving you a version of string theory? Since everything is, vibrations make matter, and matter make energy, and energy make matter, and here we are. in a nutshell. But anyways, Cambridge. And then here's another one that was funny. Another one I came up with right when that happened to me, because I get like it's like it just happens. Oh, then you got this. Harvard. Oh, I know it's backwards, but you gotta remember when it's backwards it's satanic. So you gotta read it backwards. So it's Harvard. And Harvard says radar 666, and it's in Roman numerals. It's fucking funny, man. I like the radar. The 666. Oh yeah, remember when I was just talking about old COVID? Let me throw you some COVID. COVID. COVID, right? I'm being lazy by not drawing it out for you. But here we go. Oh, this was another one that I put out. Hope you like it. It's one of my favorites. I came back in this life reincarnated as an artist once again. Alright. Check this out. Watch COVID. COVID is awesome. Well, it's not awesome, but you know what I mean. So I spell it COVID. And what it really means in satanic code, SC, satanic code, Santo Cristo. Alright. So COVID, you got code 666. Whoa, whoa, ooh. So, the little itty bitty things you couldn't even see that you need to wear a mask for, and to be honest with you, the mask probably don't really fucking work anyways. The mask backwards, scam, mask. Come on, man, you can see it. The K and the C, don't worry about it. We got the same fucking riddle going on. Oh yeah. I love the fucking corona. Not the virus, you know what I mean? The virus sucks. What is a virus anyways, right? It's just the little things, the more alive stuff. God is fucking, you know, I love God, I believe in God, or dog, or whatever you want to call him, or go. Yeah, what do I mean by that? Oh yeah. In a nasty satanic way, which I don't like to look at it that way, but I can actually interpret satanic language, which just has to be, it's just an education with the Christian language, same thing, I interpret that, and same thing with, you know, it's just ancient shit. It was fucked up. Anyways, so I put this up. I just felt so disgusted. I felt so disgusted when I put this down, by the way. I was like, oh, God, this is so fucking gross. But so anyways, well, people, right? Like people like in the good way means like well, anyways, it's all satanic, the language in itself. And it doesn't matter what language you go with. I can interpret it in any way to show you that it ends up becoming satanic when you want to read deep into this. So, you know, if you want to go further, here it is. So for you got like, in the grossness, you got people, and then you got L for God, and then you got the Pope out of people, but the Pope has no God in his life, so the God is out, it's just him, and you flip that as a D, and you got, you know, just a nasty fucking thing, and then the nasty version of people are the, you know, can poop and pee, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's gross, but it's like what the fuck, man? It's like, you know, like. And it goes like this. Let me show you something else, right? When we're talking about the garden, like the Garden of Eden, Eden, E-D-E-N, D-E-N. Well, check this out. Let's go back in time. To the garden And in the garden, I want to show you that what was also in the garden, as you read it, garden, but it also says dragon. Drag in, right? There was a dragon in the garden, a serpent, and he was put within the reality of the garden by God, as as it was, and he brought upon an apple, and she bit into it, and her eyes turned into saucers, and saw what I was trying to tell her. It says like this: need, rag, need, rag, meaning put some fucking clothes on. God left you naked, and Adam don't know what the fuck he's doing. Because remember, Adam he wasn't man enough for Lilith. And if you know the story of Lilith, she was another lady who became a demon / angel of God. And what else do we have here? Heaven, real, yes. Hell, real, yes. Purgatory, real, yes. In the afterlife of wherever it is, when you're just the soul. Then there's here when you're in the flesh, where the soul is captured within the flesh to become what it is. And then whatever you were before. I mean, it is what it is. So it's like with souls. Well, I mean, what's the soul of America? America, soul. Where's my maca? The soul. Statue of Liberty. Sorry, I can't spell it so nicely, but Statue of Liberty. SOL. Soul. Isn't she beautiful? Holding the torch high for everybody. New York. Start spreading the news. I've seen her twice in my life. The first time I saw her, I was working on a cruise ship. Free and dumb as fuck. Didn't know any about this fucking bullshit or whatever. Just a dumb fuck. Good-hearted dumb fuck. I was fucking playing it fucking right. It was good. It wasn't doing anything wrong. And then anyways, I'm in New York with the ladies, and we're all doing the dance. Start spreading the news because the song was on, and our ship went right by, and there was the Statue of Liberty right there. She was beautiful. And then the second time I saw her, I was in the hole in MDC Brooklyn, and of course my charge of being in federal prison was because I was in for possession of intent to distribute cocaine, marijuana, and a gun, which I wish I never did, but I did, and I was just trying to sell the shit. And anyways, I'm fucking over that. I did my time with that. But anyways, when I was in prison in New York, in the hole, I was in the hole, and this dude I'm in there, he's Spanish too. He's a Spanish guy. And he was really cool, and we could look out the window in the hole is like about this big, and it's all sanded off so you can't look outside. But there was like a little piece like about the size of a dime where you could still actually see outside. So I looked out there, and when I looked out there, I could see the ocean a little bit, and right across, I could see the Statue of Liberty. And that was the last time I seen her. So I seen her two different ways. Once with freedom, and once with being within the jail of the jail. You know. Yeah. I mean, okay, why was in a hole? Because me and this other guy, we got in a dispute, and it got. So I just choked him. I just fucking like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Fucking motherfucker, like, but he, you know, so he put his hands on me too. So it was whatever. So it was like, man, this fucking weirdo motherfuckers in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, so got separated. Yeah. So Statue of Liberty. But anyways, America. Let's look at America, right? Once again, for everybody, looking at the same values. Family, old school, real traditional shit. That fucking, the fuck's going on upstairs now? You know? I'm trying to impale it down this way and everywhere else. Confusing societies and ripping them off and fucking giving them bad information and shit fucking news. But anyways. America. And then like, there's a lot of ways I can look at it, but America, Caeric, Eric. Eric, like Eric the Red. Remember Eric the Red? One of the first people recorded coming over here. Well, not the first or last, but like just one of the recorded ones that came over here. Red hair, blue eyes, white skin. Eric the Red. America. And then, on top of that, it didn't even matter because what also coincided with it at the exact same time, not making any fucking separation, but actually a fucking joint fucking universal condition here where everything's combined rather than divided, is that also in the name America, the Native Americans were already using that word anyways, and what they saw it as and how they were interpreting what their gods were telling them is that America means Americu, land of the plumed serpent, right? And that's it. And then also on top of that, fucking love America. America can just mean fucking America, and that's it. You know? It's all on how you look at it. But I fucking love it. I love this country. It's got, you know what I'm saying? It's, she's good. She tames. Fucking love her. So, as usual, America's getting attacked. Ain't that some shit? One attack story we can talk about. And this is gonna get deep. And then we can even dive into some other shit. But here it goes. And I'm going into witchcraft and well, this is just basically what I'm just showing you is like the words, you know, like in the Bible or in magic. Hey, Mike and Magic Mike. The universe will correct itself no matter what. So does Mother Nature, so does God, so does country. So, another phenomenal thing for me too is that when I got my scorpion tattoo, this one, with wings, for like free spirit, I got that scorpion tattoo because I was born on Halloween for the, you know, Scorpio, right? But I had to come up with 400 TT money. And TT money is Twin Tower money. So, that's what the currency is. That's what I paid for in 2000. And then on 420 of this year, I got this here, my letter M from Michael, which is also the Scorpion sign, Scorpion for Sylvia, Michael, Sylvia, Morning Star, and then it has the devil's tail right there. And then over here I had on 420 of this year, 2020, I also got, better if I can get it to you, the crescent moon. To be honest with you, sometimes it looks like a banana, but that's just my joke. So, but it looks like that's the crescent moon. And plus, I like bananas, so fucking, and I'm like a monkey, you know what I mean? So, like, I laugh at that shit. I mean, it's the crescent moon and the morning star. So I feel like, so I look at it like this. So I have, and this is how I interpret it, and I'm gonna get more work done as the time goes, and I can eventually get money if it ever happens. But it goes like this: moon, sun, morning star. And then we get back to America. In America, with the natives worshiping like Venus, which is like the morning star, even in the Bible. And then they had all these serpent gods and angel gods, and so did everybody else. And this goes on and on and on and on. So I just love that shit. Fucking love it, man. Real shit. Because people were doing what was necessary to become doing what was necessary in order to become one with God. But the only problem was that the only problem is that like with the South Americans is like they eventually got into like cannibalism and fucking murdering people for no reason at all on top of the temples and shit. Which initially that's not what they were designed for. From what I understand, from what I'm seeing, is that what they were originally supposed to be doing is build a fucking civilization, gold, diamonds, mining, build temples, bring fruit up there, pray to God up there, feed everybody, cultivate, and educate the children so that they can go into the same existence of everybody, multiplying in a good fashion. But unfortunately, when things go sour or bad, like growing, they decided, say they probably just abused each other in all kinds of ways, everybody. And then they were killing each other, then putting each other on top of the temples and worshiping different gods. And it's like, okay, that's it. God sends the conquistadors. Bang! Knocks all their fucking teeth out. They're all gone after a while. And you know what happens? A lot of those pyramids that they were doing satanic shit in, they ripped them all down and they built fucking churches on top of them. Which is what, that's what happens. Because, like, that's just what it is. God always wins. But when you study Satanism as is, there's levels to that shit. Studying it all is just like studying fucking Catholicism and everything. It all, even the Pope. You know what I'm saying? P-E-P-O, Pope. No, Pope. P-O-P-E. Poop and P. Pope. P-O-P-E. P-O-D-E. If you take the P and flip it. God isn't happy with that, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're just fucking doing all kinds of excuses and shit. And they're just hogging money, piggybacking off of other people. It is what it is, man. It's fucked up, and I don't like that shit. If I was Pope, here's what I would do. I'd be like, arrest all the ones in the fucking hogging the money and the pedophilia and all that shit. And fucking, here's what you do with them. If they want to be satanic, and I'm just joking here because I also love George Carlin. So let's throw that in there a little bit, okay? So it goes like this. Here's what you do with these motherfuckers, okay? Like that. It's just you line them up, and they get the hemp string, and then they get put on a fucking meat hook, and they go in the fucking freezer. And you know what I would do to the fucking priest that molested that fucking the president of fucking Venezuela? I would send those guys to him. Say, here. Fuck you. Two piece of shit priest, whatever the fuck you were. I'd tear that Vatican up. Tear that shit up. Rawr! Trying to MK Ultra everybody into their fucking thinking with all that money and technology they got. Trying to aim it everywhere at all costs. Because it costs money. You gotta remember, once upon a time, the Pope and the King of France went against the Knights Templar, who they believed had the bloodline of Christ, and then they had pieces of the cross, and they were the banking system of their time, and fucking all of that. And at the end of the day, they conspired them because they wanted to take wealth and to steal it. So they tortured them all and things like that. On Friday the 13th, boiled a man's feet. And they're like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, And they made up lies saying that And then they wrote down that they were gay and worshiping a cat and fucking worshiping Baphomet. I was like, yeah, okay. But lies are lies, right? Because that's what they seal them with. And that's what my opinion and what I'm seeing here is that's what that Vatican and that fucking French team really did. And then once those Knights Templars all disappeared and, it went multiple ways and multiplied anyways, you get them all. They didn't get them all. Where'd they go? So it's all good shit, and goddamn, I mean, like I said, this country's fucking the baddest of all time, and I gotta get a fan in here. Excuse me, I have no AC, which I don't use AC personally. I know people that like to use it. That's fine. Me personally, I like this shit, but I just definitely need a fan regardless. So I keep forgetting to get one, and I just suffer with this like it's nothing. But natural elements, baby. Yeah. So witchcraft, fate, aliens. I love aliens, of course. Spiritualism. I mean, it brings it all together. You know what I mean? And oh yeah, that's what I was gonna talk to you about, the JFK assassination, right? So, long story short, it happened on Elm Street, Nightmare on Elm Street. JFK got blown away. Guy on the 6th floor, 666, 66th floor, was fucking Lee Harvey Oswald. He leaves. He's a former Marine. I'm sorry, ex-Marine, because he got kicked out. He wasn't fucking an honorable Marine, apparently, whatever that was. He leaves. He also tried to kill a general, which is stupid. You don't do that shit around here. He's fucking dumb. So the guy was an idiot. And plus he tried to defect to Russia, so he's a fucking asshole. So it's like, so he left, and they caught him, and then he was on TV. Then he was like, "No, I'm a patsy." And once he started saying that shit, then that's when Jack Ruby came out. Former, he was in the mafia. I think he was like in the Air Force maybe before that too. And then he came out and he owned nightclubs and shit. And he just came out and he killed Lee Harvey Oswald. Got rid of him. And then after that, Jack Ruby goes to jail, and then the fun part is the fun bonus material coming up is, you ready for this? Because I like this shit. Because for me, it gets deep and I can relate to it. So I think it's funny. So, anyways, and plus I just have a sick sense of humor. Anyways, so what it goes on to is that there's this guy. His name is Jolly West, and Jolly West um, became the shrink for Jack Ruby. And the shrink, Jolly West, apparently he worked for the CIA, which is cool. I mean, he actually did good work. Like he helped with getting like POWs that were like tortured in China and all that. Brought them over here. Why they were saying shit that didn't make any sense, and then he was figuring out what happened to those guys, and how they were tortured, why they were tortured, and why they were acting, and how and whatever it is. You know, see, there was a lot of different methods to it. And he figured it out. Good. You know what I mean? So I'm not talking shit about him or anything like that, and I'm not taking sides, but I just love fucking history, man, so I can't help it. And if you like it too, so I'll continue. And so anyways, Jack, this guy, Jolly West, he was head of MK Ultra, and he was head of university. He did it in universities, and he did it on mental patients and prisoners, and you know. And so anyways, he and plus he dosed an elephant with LSD and killed it. So and he did, and they think that what he did is that he gave the LSD to the elephant, and it wasn't the LSD that killed the elephant. What it was is that it was a drug that was given to to react differently to the LSD, and that in itself was too much for the elephant that it killed it. Because then another MK Ultra doctor came out and he was like, you know something? I forget his name, but this is pretty cool. This MK Ultra doctor comes out and he's like, you know something? I'm gonna LSD two fucking elephants, and he did it. And apparently these two elephants they lived, they were fine, and then they just had a good trip, whatever it was they went through. I don't do LSD and I don't promote it, but it's just that's what he was doing. So anyways, they're using that as the drug for brainwashing, brain control, and all that shit, whatever. And so he ended up becoming a shrink for Jack Ruby, and then fucking he sees Jack Ruby for 6 months, six months, and then when he leaves, Jack Ruby, he's incoherent, he's seeing spirits or whatever the fuck, and he's seeing all kinds of crazy shit. So it's like, you know, and it probably did bring him into a reality where he was actually seeing real spirits, and then there was other shit going on at the same time. So it was like all kinds of weird shit going on with him in the psychosis. So he couldn't cooperate when they were asking him questions and why he did what he did, basically. And that's pretty cool. I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Case closed. You know what I mean? And Jolly West, you know, he served his time. Served his time. He served as a servant to the people in government, and died peacefully at 74 years old. So, you know, hey, pretty cool. I love to fucking read about mysteries, man. Fuck it. And it all could be actually fucking about nothing. Could be just coincidences. There's always that. Hey, you never know. What do you want to believe? And then Sirhan is always a funny story to me, but I'm not gonna go into that. I just think it's cool. But let's talk about aliens. Let's get into that shit. That's fun, right? Okay, cool. Aliens gets down like this. First off, I already fed. I'm gonna say I love Orion. He's a great kitten to me. Life's been great. Love my jobs. Roommates are fantastic. Life is love. Love is great. You know, treat people right. And yeah, Orion's been a lot of love, a lot of cool love in my life. I love him. He's a great kid. And yeah, but I already fed him, and you know, it sucks that he's out there right now. But once I'm done with this podcast, him and I will be hanging out again. So But I don't want him in here because he's just gonna be all over the laptop. He's gonna start bringing. He'll knock this thing down a few times. Like I already saw what he was gonna be like, and he's all fidgety, you know. So but you saw him, and he's fantastic. And yeah, life is great. You know what I mean? But back when like going into like aliens, like I was showing you with that interpretation of like Harvard Roman numeral 666, and then with like radar and like imagine like theoretically like that like aliens were like we just harvest and fucking situate humans the best we can with our radar shit, and then they kind of like develop on their own past that point. Because truth be told, I mean, if you want to go into the theory that like we talk about like humans and species and where we all came from and all that, like yeah, evolution is for sure real. It's all real, and so is natural selection, and so is also creation. You know what I mean? Real creation. Before I go into conspiracies, is that like look at the liger, or look at this fucking gator that they bred. Where it was like one gator was from Asia. The mother was from a salt crocodile from somewhere in Asia, and then like another giant gator was the father from like Australia somewhere. The two biggest gators in the world, and they had sex and had a monster fucking gator that's a hybrid beyond anything else that's ever fucking all these other gators are around. So it's like it's amazing what they're doing with science and genetics and eugenics and things like that with animals. So animals. Gotta love Led Zeppelin. Love Led Zeppelin. But anyways, happy 420. You know what I'm saying? Like I love marijuana. It's what I do. The medicine keeps me sane. Helps me think. Keep it real. I love that Count Dracula. Like when you look in the history of Count Dracula. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into aliens, but real quick, and the radars and the head and all that shit. But Dracula. Dracula, which translates meaning dragon, is what they meant by it when they called him that. And his father and the people that were ruling that area is that they were guarding that basically for themselves, and like they were the foothold and stronghold to the rest of Europe on fending off and fighting off the Ottoman Empire. The Ottoman Empire was just going to try and dissolve Europe, so he was the only one there with his fucking army, and that army just was like, fuck it, dude, we're just going to go crazy and ape shit. So they just fucking like had stakes in the fucking front yard, fucking loads of them, with bodies all over them, stuck there. That way it sent a message to all, sent a message, S-A-M, like Sam, like Samuel the devil, sent a message to everyone else to be like, you know something? You come over here and cross this fucking property with any of that stupid shit, that's what's gonna fucking happen. And they kept their word. And he ruled for a long fucking time, and that in itself kept the rest of fucking Europe safe. And they were just calling him fucking Dracula. Hey Dracula. You might hate him. I hate that fucking crazy motherfucker, but keeping you safe. And then they dissolved him, and then the other kings let him back out, and they did other wars and all kinds of. And then it becomes all internal wars and shit like that. It gets all fucking rat infested. R.A. for raw. Rat's ants. Rat's ants under raw. Raw being a god. Come on, what happened here? that's crazy. But yeah, the aliens. So what do the aliens want? If aliens are real, right? That would be like this. They'd be like they're like. I mean, like, just want everyone to be fucking good and go to work, make money, believe there's a God that protects everything, and everyone does what the fuck they're supposed to do at the exact same time. By meaning, like, the word, the word, the word, like it says in the Bible, like, the word. So you got the word God. God is go do good, right? And dog is cool too because underneath the fucking the bottom of the fucking pit, which you got fucking weighing out souls at the underworld, is a dog like God. Sees through all the bullshit. And then that's the SW, spirit world. And what else we got? Oh yeah, so like, so what else we have? So we have ancient Egypt, creation, aliens coming down. Like there was the what do they call them? Yeah, in Egypt, they yeah, what was I trying to say? So you got the emerald tablets, ET, emerald tablets, extraterrestrial. So when you read or let's try and decipher the emerald tablets, as Sir Isaac Newton tried to, or was, while he was developing physics, when an apple fell on his fucking head, and he has the same fucking birthday as Jesus, Sir Isaac Newton. So he read the emerald tablets, where they say, and the story of that goes all the way into the building blocks of Egypt and other civilizations. Well, Egypt and then other civilizations it kind of goes into, but then they say like what built Egypt, and yeah, it was like there were pharaohs and everyone took charge. Yeah, there is all that. I'm not taking it away from fucking civilizations, but and then having the hierarchy and things like that, like it's all there, but got the ice cream man outside. It's like, no, thank you. Ice cream man. Ring my bell, ring my bell. So it goes into that, and then it goes into like reptile gods. So let me break that down to you, and like you can read the research, right? What happened to my light? I guess the electricity went out or something. So, what was I talking about? Starting to lose focus too. 420. That means smoke more weed. I got nothing going on tonight anyways. I'm not going anywhere. You know, I haven't done a podcast in quite a while. You know, And so, let's see, you got this 420. Yes, you got the aliens. Oh yeah, so the lizard god. So basically, like, if you look at like these these handheld statues that you find in ancient Samaria, of like they were like, some of them were like, looked like Europeans with blue eyes and a bald head, like praying like Christ like. That was one side. And on the other side, they had these lizard-like beings, where like they were like literally like, it's gonna sound stupid, but this is what this is an actual, it's an actual figurines that they found down there. So like these elongated head lizard people, right? Oh, my light keeps going out on this. What the hell's going on? There we go. Ooh. All right, so here we go. You ready for it? Big head lizard people, statues, little handheld figures, like hundreds of them, I guess thousands of them they found all the way down there. But by times of Egypt and all that, they found all those with the European like bald head with blue eyes with the all praying, and then also, and they had like the beard. It was pretty cool to look at, but also to relate to like the reptile elongated skull with the baby in its hand. It looks like suckling on a female breast, and the mother. So it was all like humanoid reptiles, and then you go look at the old story of Osiris. And if you look at Osiris carefully, he's green. He's got elongated skull, hat all the time. He's got a snake on his fucking forehead all the time. They talk about him being enlightened and everything, ruling all of Egypt and everything else. And then also, like, if like talking about his actual being beyond mythological, is that he lived beneath the pyramids, within all these tunnels that they find everywhere. Like, so they were all living underground. And then the same thing with like the pyramids and temples and everything, once again, that you find in South America. And then there were things like that in North America too. Oh, don't forget Serpent Mound in Ohio. That's true too, another Native American thing. Yeah, and then one cool thing now that I thought about it, which was pretty fucking cool, is that on Serpent Mound, Native Americans got together and they brought together the 13 crystal skulls and did a ceremony over there a while back. I think it was in 2012. So in 2012, the Native Americans, they somehow got together to where they got all of these 13 crystal skulls that have like paranormal things going on with them or whatnot, and they're trying to figure out where they came from. You know, that one of them came from a pyramid and all that. And it pretty much all came from like like spiritual magic. So their priest would get like one with Mother Nature and God, like get real deep with that shit. And I don't know what the whole thing is with the crystal skulls, other than the fact is like they're saying that they're from like a long fucking time ago, and then just from so long ago that for them to be made, there's no explanation to it. So it's a whole thing to it. It's just pretty badass. 13 of them at the same time. It's a paranormal number, like I told you. The number 13, 1/3 of God's angels being with Lucifer coming down. And then also that like the number 13, you take that the 1 plus the 3. Well, 3 and 1, you lay the 3 down, you got the MI for Michael. And then you take 3 plus 1 and SM, simple math, you take 3 plus 1 and you make number 4. And then you get like the four horsemen of the apocalypse, and then and then all that crazy, you know, bad shit, evil is being distinguished and crushed and destroyed, so that good can prevail. Because I do believe in what my uncle said, and this is true. And he was born on Friday the 13th, and he's a mystic in himself, and he says. He's a mystic himself. He's an American monk, as I call him. Basically, Uncle Steve says that out of enough chaos, sanity always prevails, fucking no matter what, at the end of the day. So, and plus it's an ongoing battle, I get that, but at the end of the day, it happens that way, and that's the battle, and that's how it continues, and that's how it prevails, and everything works out that way. And it shows you that God is real. You know? So, yeah. Definitely believe in God, definitely believe in the higher power, definitely believe in angels. I think people all believe in the fucking Bible in all a bunch of different fucking ways. Nobody's agreeing on it because they're all fucking thinking on it all different fucking ways. But as long as the message is the same, where, everyone's good to each other, 10 Commandments, it's all good stuff. But, when, fucking, what am I gonna say? Aliens. Fuck it. I love that place. Area 51. Think about it. 51, 5-1, reverse, satanic, 1-5. The number 15 for the devil, which is in the tarot cards. And then you take, and for me the 5 and the 1 and the 5 is like, it's like 5 is like an S, like an SI. And then anyways, you take 15, 1 and 5, and you get the number 6. And then if you are 3-eyed open, you see 666. And then if it is true that deep down in the belly of area 1-5 or 5-1, there really is a devil that fell down from the stars, from the heavens, a long time ago, and actually rules, does what the fuck it wants. But actually, it doesn't what the fuck it wants. So yeah, two enemies that are fucked up or whatever. It's like yeah, because obviously people they get, at the end of the day, the message would be that the aliens are like, yo, like, America's fucking number one. It's gotta, can't. It's not supposed to be sold out. Bullshit. People ain't supposed to be. Oh. And yeah, it's just fun. And you gotta love all the sights of America. But ancient Egypt, right? We're back to ancient Egypt. Like human beings were living hard everywhere. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, what kind of science did they have back then and things like that. It's possible that there were other sciences back then in those ancient times that did come about a little bit and then was put away. Why would that be a theory? Well, there is a in Egypt, inside one of the pyramids, I guess, and they're looking at all the hieroglyphs, and there's an inscription on there where, like, the hieroglyphs that were on it already fell off, and behind those hieroglyphs were the other hieroglyphs. And then that one, which was covered up, they found it looked like it looked like submarines and like helicopters and mm, hovering devices and things that are like a radar thing, like with radar. So like, what were they trying to tell people in the future? And also like, aliens rule the world. They just, it's like they wouldn't. I don't think they would like. There's no sense. Okay, there's no sense of getting in a UFO and like flying the White House. You'd be like, hey, everybody, how is everybody? Because it just, with the way, because they're just gonna judge reality for what it actually is, and it's just not. No one wants to. They don't want to do that for so many reasons, right? Right? For one, it freak everyone out, cause a lot of disturbance. They may like or dislike certain presidents, anyways. Right? I mean, like, who knows? Because like I would have to think that if aliens landed, like whatever everyone on planet Earth thinks to the highest degree, with the highest education, with that big fat ego that calls everyone stupid or whatever. Like even the aliens would look at that person and be like, "Listen, you're right. Too much ego, lots of talk, lots of craziness in the bottom too. You're right. 99.9% of all species have gone extinct. It's true, but they don't have to, right?" Right, because because like with any animal, like if they found us or founded us and then spread us throughout the planet, like, um, I guess we would just end up becoming their pets, right? Pets to another species rather than hi, we're friends. Like no, they're like no, we're aliens from another planet, and they're big but little, little gray men with big black eyes, bald heads. I like that, the grays. Because remember, Voyager, a gray over. And Neil, yeah. Neil Armstrong. I showed you all these things. Neil Armstrong. So if you look at Neil Armstrong's name, like Neil Armstrong, Neil, then you spell it Armstrong, but he's got Alien backwards. Like, check this out. Neil Armstrong. But it says alien. Right? First alien to land on the moon. And then like, check this out with aliens, like aliens with like Germans and British and even the Chinese and everything else, like anything that's active. I pretty much, I guess, from what I'm understanding from my sixth sense, from my um, premonitions, if you would, is that they're like, okay, it's all kind of free willish, but at the same time, it's like everyone's all battling each other. They shouldn't be doing that. But at the end of the day, everyone down there in China, everybody wants to be rats and ants, and that's what they're gonna fucking act like, and everybody else. That's fucking crazy shit. Because I'm willing to bet, from what they're understanding, the message is that what aliens have, they don't want. It's like you don't really want that. So And you know something else? I love God, and love God is like, look, let's just be honest with today's conditions right now, right? Huh? Yeah. So I don't know. The music is off. I want to put the music back on. Everything went off in the background. Oh, give me 1 second, please. Well, I don't know. I suck with laptops and internet and shit. I'm just trying to get the music back on. And I just, oh, I gotta figure this out. And it's just like, I don't know what to do. Oh, man. What happened to all YouTube and everything? No shit, all this like just disappeared. Oh, well. I don't know, but what are you gonna do? Then this thing over here, let's do this. It's not like actual pictures of space, but some relaxing music. How's that? Relaxing music. So it's warm in here. And I like it. I like to sweat. There's people that like they hate to sweat, and that's cool because everyone's different. You know what I mean? But I love to sweat. It just makes me feel good. I like to sweat. I enjoy this black British tea with the milk and honey. Yeah. So, yes. Definitely love God. It's like, very thankful. God bless my family. God bless everyone else's family. God bless America. Good thoughts. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. Jesus. And see what else we have. Don't forget this. Astronauts on rats and ants. Rats and ants. Raw. R-A raw. Because like I said, like it goes like way back in like NASA, NASA, NA, North America, SA, South America. I don't know do it. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I've been working 2 jobs. I just fit this time in to blurt out everything that's on my mind. And appreciate your time. Love you very much. You know, like I said, life's been good. You know, the single life is good. Orion, my kitten, is good. You know, so roommates are fantastic. Everything's more than good. It's fantastic. It's just amazing. But yeah. Nazis. Werner von Braun. But before I go into that, you also gotta remember that the Russians already had their Nazi scientists too, working fucking hard, and they all fucking fell in love with each other, and they did a bunch of shit. So they already got their love story over there, and then they act like they didn't do anything. Likewise over here. So, it was like, that's what happened, right? I mean, like, there was Werner von Braun, and there was Walt Disney, and the whole thing going on. That's really crazy. I mean, it's pretty cool that he came over here and then, like, had to go by the U.S. government, not by fucking Nazi shit. Fucking, he put his brain to work. Fucking got us to the moon. Like 6 times. And then, like, there's people that don't believe we went to the moon, and that blows my mind. And actually, what really amazes me is that, like, all those scientists are so ahead of everybody that the people at the time were so behind and not knowing it that they didn't believe it. And those other ones are like, okay, it's kind of surreal. The other people are like, holy shit, that is crazy. Cool. Yeah. That's good stuff. And yeah, this is badass shit, man. And then you got the three astronauts. Yeah, 3 astronauts. Neil Armstrong, first man on the moon. You got Buzz Aldrin, and then you got the third guy. The 1 out of 3, Michael Collins. 1 out of 3 guys, like the number 13 or 1/3. 1 out of 3 guys went to the moon. And then Michael Collins stayed in there, and that's fucking badass. And he was, I guess, the first one to go all the way around the moon. And he saw the dark side of the moon. So he got to see what... He also got to see what the other astronauts could not see. So he saw the dark side and came back and picked them up. And I love that he was born on Halloween. And yeah, it's a fucking awesome fucking story that we went to the moon. And people are like, oh, they staged it. And I was like, that's bullshit. So here's what I think about that. They're trying to say they staged it. If there is any fuckery with the footage, in my opinion, sorry, just like you, I work a couple jobs, so fit in the time. Plus, I went to the gym. Trying to fit my time and everything. Plus, I spent time with my kid, and I brought him outside and played with him out in the grass. He was running around and everything. So I get a little tired. But where was I? Oh yeah, the astronauts on the moon. So NASA sent them. That's fantastic. All 3 heroes. And they come home. They the fuckery of the video. So if they fucked with the video, I would have to say it's because they didn't want to disclose good science to the other side of the world, which is the Soviet Union or the Russians. So like, we don't. If we gave them like all the info, then they'll just recreate it, and they'll go to the fucking moon. We don't want them. We want the info. It's our shit. So, and top secret is fucking for real. I mean, like they want to keep that information there so they can go on the moon. In Russia, they can't go on the moon, and you can't go on the moon. Sorry, dude. Figure it out. You know. But at the end of the day, it ended up turning out that now we do a space station now and all that shit. So now it doesn't even fucking matter. But at the time, at that time, it was a space race and hostility. You know, still some hostility, I guess, in here with the other countries and all that. But it sucks. Yeah. And yeah. So I went to the moon. So the astronauts went to the moon. Several astronauts from NASA went to the moon 6 times. 666. Number 7 was not so lucky. They fucked it all up, and they had to, go on the gravity of the moon to come back. And then they, came back. And then, of course, they must have seen the dark side of the moon. But more cool than that now that I want to empty up some more thoughts, is that I saw pictures, and I have some extra ones here that I post up too on my own wall over here. That's just my own personal flavor, but like anyways, these new pictures that this new James Webb telescope has come out with, of deep space. Good guy I work with was talking to me about it too, even fucking fantastic shit. I mean, my God, like look at these galaxies and everything, like real stuff that they're finding out there that, it's so old, it's from so far away, from so long ago, that these galaxies may not even be around anymore, or completely changed anyways. So you see the picture of what it was back then, what you're seeing, and it just shows you how vast and big the universe is. And then, like, I mean, I know there's people that say, if it's so vast and big, then why, what's the importance of humanity? And it's like, well, some other aliens, all they gotta do is just love us, and that's all they need. You don't have to be no special fucking reason on top of it. They'd be like, I fucking love them. On top of that, they take care of the planet. When they do it right. When they do it right, they take care of the planet. When they, and if they half-ass, it's fucked up. Like pollution in China. Blah. So like if aliens were watching, I'm sure through what I'm thinking is like the aliens would look at their pollution and be like, guys, if we don't believe you, but if you were actually serious about being number one in the world about shit, that shit would have been fucking taken care of a long time ago, right? Yeah, but there's cruel meaning behind this. Let's leave it there. Yeah, and that's what that is. So whatever. And yeah, the world, beautiful. A lot of nice people on it. A lot of good people on it. A lot of great people on it. But there's a lot of nastiness on it too. Not good. Nasty people, bad people, good people, and then straight up saints. Like I know, and I met this guy. I don't want to repeat his name, but it starts with an M. And like what he does is that he's a whole other guy, and I look at him as a good fucking brother. I love this guy. Like he volunteers at the churches for these homeless people. He feeds them. He takes care of them and everything. And It goes to church, believes in God and all that stuff. I'm like, you know what I mean? That's what's up. And then that's good stuff. And then there's like people that don't believe in anything, and they just want people like that just to suffer, don't care. And it's like, this is nice. It's good that there's good people out there. I love that. So God bless them all. God bless him, of course. Of course, him and his family and everybody. Yeah. So, yeah, God rules. You know, it's funny about like we talk about the devil, his role in it all, and it's like, people have the free will at first, so they fuck it up, and then on top of that, there's people that never had free will to begin with, because other people were determining what they could do. You know what I mean? So there's all kinds of like fucked up shit on the humanity form that God is already aware of. It goes deep. That the common folk don't understand. So it is what it is, bro. Vicious world out there. People are being crazy, but at the same time, there's a such thing as good crazy, and that's good. So I like that. Just remember, everybody, and there's people that think they're outside of it, and that's not true. You're in it too, bro. It's like, the Matrix, rat mix. But yeah, like I said, organized planet. Pets to aliens. Sure, God's definitely real too, and spirit world definitely real. It's been around a long time. Doesn't go away. Doesn't make science fucking. People in science are like, oh, that's not real. Whatever. It's like, prove it. Prove it. And they can't. So it's just and that's why God leaves mysteries for them to just kind of poke around and just keep checking out dark matter and dark energy and black holes. String theory. I love string theory, by the way. I read back in the day when I was in federal prison on the drug charge. I read them, and I don't fully remember it, no, but I did actually read the full thing, because I tried my best to remember all that shit, because I just fucking love Brian Greene. I think he's fucking fantastic, no matter what. I read his whole book, and I was like, hey, you know what? Fucking string theory, I believe him. He broke down everything else and everything, and it was stuff I already studied before that I read the book. Like general relativity and special relativity and quantum physics and natural law and things like that. So this is fucking cool fucking shit. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Action, reaction, motion, push, acceleration, friction. I need more weed. So, what else are we gonna talk about? Science. So, like I said, I learned on the internet. But I mean, that's the thing about the internet. There's so much information, but you gotta be careful. Some information is bullshit, some information is good, some information is intertwined with it. So, like a sad story in Colorado, which is really fucked up in my head, but I gotta report it in a way that makes it accurate, though, in my opinion. It goes like this: there was this. When I moved to Colorado, I was like really excited about the fact that there was a girl there. Her name is Charlotte Figge, and she was going through seizures and everything. They put her on the CBD medication, and then after that, she had no seizures or way less seizures. And so like, sure, see it. So I want to grow CBD, whatever. I want to grow the CBD. So, anyways, they reported that she died of COVID. But when I looked it up, they gave her a fucking COVID fucking they gave her the COVID thing to see if it, and it came up negative. The COVID test came up negative. So I'm like, why are they even reporting that she died of COVID if she didn't die of COVID? But anyways, I moved down there. I thought it was an amazing story on how CBD helps with brain cells and nervous system and things like that. Yeah, because basically what they did, the Staley brothers, is that they got this. They made this plant that they named after her called Charlotte's Web, which is fucking amazing. They bred it. They bred the genetics in such a way so that the THC was all the way down to fucking damn near nothing, and then all the CBD was like way the fucking high. And then so whenever you smoked it, like it didn't get you high, but all the CBD benefits helped you for like anti-cancer, killing cancer cells and things like that. You know? So I don't know. I felt like that was bullshit. That what happened to her, and then but I think that the CBD uh, is definitely a real fucking thing. Like it is a real thing. There's no question about it. Like I was watching on video, and I'm no scientist, but they're showing on video, like showing you that CBD would make cancer cells commit suicide. So why wouldn't you take that method over chemo if you had a choice? You know what I mean, so that's all I'm thinking. But I don't know. Maybe there is no choice. Sometimes it's shit's so fucking bad that it's CBD. And I'm not saying like someone's got cancer and they just go on CBD. I'm saying like wait, you know what I'm saying, like marijuana and all that stuff. Like if they're showing they are showing in science where it helps like PTSD and things like that. And PTSD and all that without abused. Cheers to 420. 420 up in smoke. What was that? So, yeah. Science is real. So, CBD, I don't know, I think that should be looked into even more so. But I think the science is already there because they studied it all through like Israel and all that, from what I remember correctly. So, yeah, you have a tumor, get a bunch of CBD in you, makes the cancer commit suicide. Like, come on, like, how do you not go with that science? And it didn't go for all people. I mean, all animals that they did on. So it's not for everybody, of course, but it's an interesting alternative medicine. But the chemotherapy is definitely got to be there too. I don't know, I'm not a fucking doctor, but it's like wow, it's just amazing. God bless all the children, everybody that has to go through all that. It's pretty crazy, pretty intense, pretty insane, and yeah. And thank you if you're still here. I'm not trying to be. I hope I'm not boring. Because sometimes in my mind, I think I can be boring at the same time. But you know, whatever. You know. But yeah, I do love science and you know, and then it's crazy how like the scientists are like, you know, religion. And it's like there is a connection between that and religions around the world for sure. You know, there's connects and disconnects, whatever those are. You know, on both sides. So, all right, cool thing to think about too, and I just like it too. Is and don't get me wrong, I love the Romans. Okay, let's go with the Romans. So a friend of mine I work with, he was telling me that the Romans didn't have soap, but I looked it up and it's true. They did have soap. They figured it out from bodies, from cremation of the river, and then all the soot and everything would come down the river, and they would make soaps, and then they wash their clothes, whatever. So they washed their clothes. So they ended up making soap. They invented it. So they invented it, and so remember ancient Egypt? Okay, so Romans. Let me get this straight. I'll jump around from Romans to Egypt. So Egypt, on the story of the Bible, and even connecting the science to it. So Moses leaves Egypt with slaves, like Abraham Lincoln. He just fucking freed some fucking slaves. Get the fuck out of there. So he got there, and you gotta remember that Moses in the Bible, Moses who got the slaves to leave with him. There were a lot of metaphors and things, but I'll break down a piece of it where it goes down to like people knew he was a good dude. They all got together. They fucking left Egypt, and they left the land, right? Because it was way it was the desert and shit. And fucking left Africa, and when they left, he gets to a mountain, Mount Sinai, and there was the bush, right? And they're saying that by science that the bush was a dimethyltryptamine bush, which would open up his third eye, the dimethyltryptamine that's already inside his brain, and then give him all the ecstatic energy and energies that are not just there's just no words for it. Like he was just going into a whole nother state with God and the universe and nature with his goodwill. All right. So he when they say that he got high off the bush when it burned, I'm saying it like this is that what they're let me burn this one for Moses real quick before I continue the story. So I love Moses in the Bible, by the way. And it doesn't take it away from God either. God's still in this no matter what. So bear with me on the story. So Moses was a prince. He was a pharaoh. He was educated. He understood medicines, how to write, how to read, codes. All kinds of shit. Understood how people were developed. He knew all kinds of different stuff because he was raised to become a ruler. But he got out of that, and fucking when he got those people out of there, now he's on Mount Sinai and he finds the bush. And what I'm saying is that from his education, where he was from, and what he understood in Egypt, is that he already knew what that bush was. It was dimethyltryptamine, whatever they called it in his language at that time. So he'll pinch some off, roll that shit up, or pack it down, whatever pipe he might have had, smoke it on the fucking mountain. And once he smoked it on the mountain, he became one. He smoked it on the mountain and became one with God. And when he comes out of it trying to understand what he wants him to do with the people, then he writes down the 10 Commandments. And what's wrong with any of those commandments anyways? Like really, at the end of the day, like a good person does not agree that all those commandments are good. At the end of the day, all good shit. So, I don't mean to say shit, but yeah. So it's all good stuff, and then it ties into so they escaped, and anyways, a lot of different people escaped from Egypt, all over the world. And the Romans fucking took it over Egypt, and then they conquered the world even more so. Brought civilization. They brought the bagpipes. But I'm going to leave it at that. I got a call coming in. I love you. Thank you for tuning in with my podcast here. I am your host, Michael Sylvia. I am Michael John Sylvia, like Michael John Sylvia, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, my astrological signs, and was one with the Scorpio, and being born with Halloween for my signs, for me, and doing good with God, and not being a fucking MK Ultra fucking victim in someone else's fucking play toy or whatever the fuck. Be a fucking good dude. Fucking rather fucking do that than be a bad motherfucker. You know what I mean? Be a good person. So got my cat out there. He's trying to get in here. Kitten. Get my kitten. I love him. I know I'm coming for you, buddy. And hey, listen, everybody, love you very much. God bless you. You know, I'm here in the afterlife. I am here in the afterlife. I know, baby. I'm coming, guy. My little guy. And see you guys again. Morning Star. Archangel, check this out. Archangel Morning Star. AMS. But can you get SAM out of that? Archangel Morning Star. You get Sam out of there. It's all connected. Like that apple. So I love you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. I hope I didn't make you fall asleep or be like, hey, what was he trying to get to? Because it's like, again, I'm getting these elements in me. I'm trying to get the story out as I fucking know it, as I genuinely know it to you. You know, and that's what it is. So, you know, I appreciate you. Good fortune to the good people. You know. And the wicked get what they get. And the universe corrects itself. And like I said, God bless America. God bless family. Good values. Get my kitten. And God bless work. I love having 2 fucking jobs. I love working. Working fucking helps out, and fucking thank God for it. God bless America. I love you guys. And that's my long extended woo of saying thank you very much for being on this. And again, if you like, if you like to subscribe. And again, you can also share. And I appreciate you and have a wonderful day. Thank you very much. Take care. I love you.